Have you ever noticed how your sleep patterns change as you grow older, leaving you tossing and turning at night, only to crave a nap during the day? While it might feel like a harmless habit, excessive daytime sleeping could be quietly harming your health, especially after 60. In this video, we'll uncover the surprising ways it affects your heart, brain, and overall well-being, plus share practical steps to reclaim restful nights and energized days. Stick around until the end because we'll reveal a game-changing tip almost everyone overlooks, one that could transform your golden years for the better. Before we begin, I would appreciate it if you like this video. You can help me continue to spread the old age lesson. If you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. If you like this video, please comment number 1. If you don't like it, comment number 0 to let me know, so I can make a better video for you. Now let's get started. Number 1. The negative impact of daytime napping on heart health. Let me start by telling you about my friend Margaret, a vibrant 67-year-old who's always been full of life. For years, she had this habit of taking long naps during the day, sometimes stretching 2 or 3 hours in the afternoon. At first, she saw it as a harmless little ritual, a way to recharge after a night of tossing and turning or to simply enjoy a quiet moment in her busy life. She'd settle into her favorite armchair with a cup of tea nearby, thinking she was doing her body a favor. But as time went on, Margaret began to notice some troubling changes that she couldn't quite ignore. Her energy levels, once steady and reliable, started to dip noticeably. Instead of feeling refreshed after her naps, she'd wake up groggy, sluggish, and sometimes even more tired than before. Worse yet, during a routine visit to her doctor last year, she got a wake-up call. Her blood pressure was creeping higher than it had ever been. Her doctor asked about her daily habits, and when she mentioned her long naps, he raised an eyebrow. It turns out that what Margaret thought was a simple pick-me-up was putting her heart at risk in ways she never imagined. You see, excessive daytime napping doesn't just affect how awake we feel. It can throw a wrench into our body's natural sleep-wake cycle, known scientifically as the circadian rhythm. Picture this rhythm as an internal clock, meticulously tuned over millions of years of evolution, telling our bodies when it's time to rest and when it's time to spring into action. It regulates everything from hormone production to digestion, and yes, even how our heart beats. When we nap too much during the day, especially for hours at a time, it's like hitting the snooze button on that clock over and over again. The result? Confusion in the system. Our heart, which relies on this rhythm to maintain steady blood pressure and a consistent beat, starts to struggle. Research backs this up in a big way. Studies have found that people who nap excessively during the day, think more than an hour or two, face a higher risk of developing hypertension, that's high blood pressure, irregular heart rhythms like atrial fibrillation, and even full-blown heart disease. For older adults like Margaret, and maybe even you or me, this is especially worrisome. As we age, our cardiovascular system naturally becomes more vulnerable. The arteries stiffen a bit, the heart muscle might not pump as efficiently, and little stressors that we shrugged off in our 30s can start to add up. Throwing long daytime naps into the mix is like pouring fuel on an already flickering fire. There's another layer to this too: the quality of our nighttime sleep. Those long afternoon naps often mean we're not getting the deep, restorative sleep our bodies crave when the sun goes down. You know that feeling when you wake up after a really good night's sleep, refreshed and ready to tackle the day? That happens because, during deep sleep, our heart rate slows, our blood pressure drops, and our cardiovascular system gets a chance to rest and repair itself. But if we're napping all afternoon, we might not feel sleepy enough at bedtime, leading to lighter, fragmented sleep at night. Without that deep sleep, our heart ends up working overtime, day and night, pushing it closer to exhaustion. Think of your heart as a car engine humming along on a long road trip. If you never pull over to let it cool down, never give it a proper break, the wear and tear builds up fast. Eventually, something's got to give, maybe a sputter here, a breakdown there. That's what excessive napping can do to your heart over time. But here's the good news: it's not all doom and gloom, and there are ways to turn things around. Short naps aren't the enemy. A quick 15 to 20-minute power nap can be a fantastic way to boost your energy without derailing your circadian rhythm. The trick is moderation and timing. If you're dozing off for hours every afternoon, it's worth taking a hard look at your habits. Margaret learned this the hard way, but she made some changes that paid off. She started limiting her naps to 30 minutes max, usually right after lunch. She also added a brisk walk around her neighborhood most days and cut back on heavy, carb-loaded meals that made her drowsy. Over a few months, she noticed a difference. Her energy came back, her blood pressure readings improved, and she started sleeping more soundly at night. It wasn't a quick fix. It took patience and small, consistent steps. But those steps added up, and they can for you too if you're willing to give it a try. Number 2. The impact of daytime napping on memory and brain function. Have you ever woken up from a long afternoon nap feeling like your head's stuffed with cotton? Maybe you've stumbled over a word you know you should remember or forgotten where you parked the car, again. It's easy to chalk these moments up to just getting older. And sure, our memory and focus naturally shift a bit with age. But here's the kicker. Too much daytime napping might be making those brain fog moments worse than they need to be. Let's dig into why. Just like with heart health, excessive daytime napping messes with that all-important circadian rhythm, the body's internal clock that keeps everything ticking along smoothly. This rhythm doesn't just tell us when to sleep or wake up, it also orchestrates how our brain functions throughout the day and night. When we nap for too long during daylight hours, say, an hour or more, it's like scrambling the signal. The brain gets mixed messages about when it's supposed to be alert and when it's time to wind down, and that confusion can have real consequences. One of the biggest casualties? Deep sleep, the kind that happens at night when your brain gets to do some serious housekeeping. Imagine your brain as a bustling office. During the day, it's taking calls, filing papers, and juggling a dozen tasks. Those are your thoughts, memories, and experiences piling up. At night, during deep sleep, the night crew comes in. They sweep the floors, toss out the trash, like harmful toxins, and organize all those papers into neat little folders so you can find them later. Scientists call this process memory consolidation, and it's critical for keeping your mind sharp. But if you're napping excessively during the day, you might not feel tired enough to sink into that deep sleep at night. The night crew gets cut short, leaving your brain cluttered and disorganized. Over time, this sleep disruption can show up as forgetfulness, like struggling to recall a friend's name, or trouble focusing on a book or conversation. Worse, research suggests that chronic poor sleep, including from too much daytime napping, could increase the risk of serious conditions like dementia or Alzheimer's disease. It's not that a single long nap will erase your memory, but a pattern of overdoing it might tip the scales in a direction you don't want to go. Here's a way to picture it. Your brain is like a library with endless shelves of books, your memories, skills, and life's little details. Every day, you're adding new volumes, stacking them wherever there's space. At night, deep sleep is the librarian who sorts through the chaos, filing each book where it belongs so you can pull it off the shelf when you need it. But if daytime naps keep you from getting enough deep sleep, the librarian falls behind. The shelves get messy, books go missing, and eventually, the whole system starts to creak. That's when you notice the gaps, those "where did I put my keys?" moments that pile up. So, how do you keep your brain in tip-top shape? Start with a nap strategy. A short snooze, 15 to 30 minutes, ideally before mid-afternoon, can give you a mental boost without sabotaging your nighttime sleep. Think of it as a quick coffee break for your brain, not a full shutdown. Beyond that, keep your mind active during the day. Pick up a novel, tackle a crossword puzzle, or even try learning a new skill like knitting or a language. These activities don't just pass the time, they build mental muscle and cut down on the boredom that might tempt you to nap in the first place. Breaking the habit of long naps can feel tough at first, but the payoff is worth it. When your brain gets the deep sleep it needs at night, you'll find it easier to stay sharp, whether that's remembering a grocery list or savoring a chat with a loved one. And since we've cracked open the brain angle, let's explore why so many of us older folks fall into the napping trap, to begin with. That brings us to the next part. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Number 3. Why do older adults tend to nap during? Ever catch yourself eyeing the couch in the middle of the afternoon, thinking, just a quick nap won't hurt? If you're over 60, you're in good company. Daytime napping becomes more common as we age. But why is that? It's not just about having more free time or a slower pace of life. There's a mix of biological, lifestyle, and even emotional factors at play, and understanding them is the first step to breaking free from the nap cycle if it's starting to do more harm than good. One big reason is how our sleep changes with age. As we get older, our bodies produce less melatonin, the hormone that signals it's time to sleep. Back in our 20s, melatonin flowed like clockwork, helping us drift off and stay asleep. But now, the supply dwindles, and that can mean trouble falling asleep at night or waking up too early, feeling unrest. When morning rolls around and you're dragging, a nap feels like the perfect fix. The catch? That daytime snooze often makes it even harder to sleep well at night, locking you into a frustrating loop. Then there's the activity factor, or lack of it. Think back to a time when you were on your feet all day, maybe chasing kids or hustling at work. By bedtime, you were wiped out in the best way, ready to crash. But for many older adults, life slows down. Retirement might mean fewer demands, or health issues like arthritis might limit how much you move. Without enough physical activity to burn energy, your body doesn't build up that natural sleep pressure that makes nighttime rest so satisfying. Instead, you might feel drowsy in the afternoon, tempting you to nap just to shake off the bloss. Health conditions and medications pile on too. Chronic pain, say, from creaky joints, or breathing problems like sleep apnea can turn a good night's sleep into a distant dream. You wake up tired, so you nap. Add in medications, common ones for blood pressure, depression, or anxiety, and drowsiness can hit like a freight train during the day. It's not your fault. It's your body and your pill bottle teaming up to nudge you toward the recliner. And here's one that might surprise you: loneliness or boredom. When the days are out with fewer plans or people to fill them, it's easy to lose steam. Maybe the kids are grown, friends are busy, or the house feels too quiet. A nap can start to feel like a way to escape the monotony, a time filler when there's nothing else pulling you forward. I've seen it with folks who retire and suddenly find themselves adrift without a routine. Napping becomes a default setting. The silver lining: once you pinpoint why you're napping, you can tweak things. If nighttime sleep's the issue, try a consistent bedtime routine. Dim lights, no screens, maybe a warm drink. If it's inactivity, a daily walk or gentle stretching could wake up your energy. And if boredom's the culprit, fill your day with something small but meaningful. A hobby, a phone call, a trip to the library. These little shifts can cut down on daytime sleepiness and get your nights back on track. It's not about overhauling your life overnight. It's about nudging yourself toward better habits, one step at a time. Number 4 is how to adjust your sleep habits to improve health. Adjusting your sleep habits may initially feel like an overwhelming challenge, especially if you've fallen into patterns that leave you tired or restless. However, with a series of small, intentional tweaks, you can craft a sustainable sleep routine that not only boosts your overall health but also leaves you feeling revitalized and ready to tackle your day. The secret lies in making gradual, manageable changes that align seamlessly with your unique lifestyle, rather than attempting an overnight overhaul. Let's dive into some detailed, practical steps you can take to refine your sleep habits, reduce your dependence on daytime naps, and establish a rhythm that supports long-term well-being. Limit daytime naps for better nighttime rest. It's incredibly tempting to sink into a long, cozy nap when exhaustion hits during the day, perhaps after lunch or while lounging on the couch in the late afternoon. While napping can offer a quick energy boost, overindulging in it can sabotage your ability to fall asleep at night, throwing your sleep cycle into disarray. If you find naps irresistible, aim to keep them brief and strategic. Target a duration of 15 to 30 minutes, often called a power nap, which can refresh you without plunging you into deep sleep that disrupts your nighttime rest. Timing matters, too. Schedule your nap earlier in the day, such as shortly after lunch, rather than dozing off in the evening after dinner. For instance, a quick rest around 1 p.m. can recharge your batteries without interfering with your body's natural wind-down process later. By keeping naps short and early, you'll maintain the delicate balance of your sleep-wake cycle and wake up the next morning feeling more restored. Establish a consistent sleep schedule. Your body craves predictability, and few things benefit your health more than adhering to a steady sleep schedule. Going to bed and waking up at the same time every day, even on weekends, helps synchronize your internal clock, known as your circadian rhythm, which governs when you feel sleepy or alert. Over time, this consistency trains your body to naturally ease into sleep at night and rise refreshed in the morning. If your current habits lean toward late nights or sleeping in until noon, don't worry. Start small. Shift your bedtime earlier by just 15 minutes each night, gradually working toward your ideal sleep window, say 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Similarly, set a wake-up alarm and stick to it, resisting the urge to hit snooze. Within a week or two, you'll likely notice it's easier to drift off and wake up without that groggy, sluggish feeling. This steady rhythm becomes a cornerstone of better sleep and improved daily energy. Stay active during the day. Physical activity is a powerful ally in your quest for better sleep. Engaging your body during the day, whether through a brisk morning walk, a gentle yoga session, or even tending to your garden, helps expend energy naturally, making it easier to feel drowsy when bedtime rolls around. Beyond tiring you out physically, staying active keeps your mind sharp and engaged, reducing those mid-afternoon slumps that tempt you to nap excessively. You don't need to run a marathon. Even moderate movement counts. If mobility is a concern, consider seated exercises, light stretching, or chair yoga. Activities that are kind to your joints yet still stimulate circulation and muscle engagement. Aim for at least 20 to 30 minutes most days, preferably earlier in the day, and you'll likely find yourself drifting off more effortlessly at night. Craft a calming evening routine. Transitioning from the hustle of the day to a restful night requires a deliberate slowdown, and a soothing evening routine can work wonders. Think of this as a signal to your brain and body that sleep is on the horizon. About an hour before bed, step away from high-energy or stimulating activities. Turn off the TV, set aside your phone, and avoid intense conversations or work tasks. The blue light emitted by screens, in particular, suppresses melatonin production, a hormone critical for sleep, tricking your brain into staying alert. Instead, embrace calming rituals. Curl up with a paperback novel, listen to a playlist of soft instrumental music, or practice deep breathing exercises. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4, exhale for 6. If you enjoy a tactile activity, try knitting or sketching, something repetitive and low-key. This wind-down period helps melt away stress and prepares you for a smoother descent into sleep. Mind your diet and hydration. What you eat and drink in the hours before bed can either pave the way for restful slumber or keep you tossing and turning. Heavy meals, like a rich pasta dish or spicy chili, can cause discomfort or indigestion, making it tough to relax. Caffeine, found in coffee, tea, soda, or even chocolate, is a notorious sleep thief, lingering in your system for hours and keeping your mind buzzing. Sugary snacks, too, can spike your energy when you least want it. Instead, if hunger strikes in the evening, reach for a light, sleep-friendly option. A small bowl of oatmeal with a drizzle of honey, a banana, rich in potassium and magnesium to relax muscles, or a handful of almonds. Hydration is equally key. Sip water throughout the day to stay balanced, but taper off in the evening to minimize nighttime bathroom trips. By aligning your intake with your sleep goals, you'll set the stage for uninterrupted rest. These adjustments don't demand perfection. They're about discovering what resonates with your body and lifestyle. Over time, you'll notice your sleep quality deepen, your energy stabilizes, and your reliance on caffeine or naps diminishes. In the next section, we'll explore specific strategies to enhance your nighttime sleep experience, ensuring you wake up rejuvenated and eager to embrace the day ahead. Let's keep the momentum going. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Number 5. Tips for getting better sleep at night. Achieving a truly restorative night's sleep doesn't have to feel like chasing a far-off fantasy. With a blend of thoughtful adjustments, a sprinkle of patience, and a commitment to consistency, you can transform your bedroom into a haven of rest and your nights into a time of deep rejuvenation. Let's unpack a collection of detailed, actionable tips designed to help you sleep more soundly, wake up refreshed, and feel your best. These suggestions are practical and adaptable, tailored to fit into your life whether you're a busy professional, a retiree, or anyone in between. Design a cozy, sleep-friendly environment. Your bedroom should be a sanctuary dedicated to rest, a space that invites calm and repels distraction. Start with the basics. Ensure your mattress provides the right support, not too firm, not too soft, and your pillows cradle your head comfortably. If it's been years since you replaced them, it might be worth testing new options. Darkness is your ally. Invest in blackout curtains or a sleep mask to block out streetlights or early morning sun. Temperature matters, too. Most people sleep best in a cool room, around 60 to 67 degrees Fahrenheit, 16 to 19 degrees Celsius. So adjust your thermostat or use a fan to find your sweet spot. Noise can be a stealthy sleep disruptor. Traffic, barking dogs, or a partner's snoring might jolt you awake. Counter this with a white noise machine, a humming fan, or even earplugs to create a steady, soothing soundscape. These tweaks turn your bedroom into a cocoon of tranquility, priming you for deeper sleep. Unwind with intention before bed. Falling asleep is tough when your mind is racing with to-do lists or your body's still wired from the day's events. A deliberate wind-down routine started about an hour before bed can ease this transition. Step away from screens, TVs, phones, tablets, whose blue light mimics daylight and suppresses melatonin, keeping you alert when you want to relax. Swap scrolling for gentler pursuits. Read a physical book, a light novel or poetry works well. Listen to a podcast with a mellow tone, or try progressive muscle relaxation. Tense and release each muscle group from toes to head. For those who enjoy mindfulness, a 5-minute meditation, focusing on your breath or visualizing a peaceful scene, can quiet mental chatter. If stiffness is an issue, gentle stretches like a seated forward bend or neck rolls can release tension. This pre-sleep ritual becomes a cue, telling your body it's time to let go and rest. Maintain a consistent sleep schedule. Your body thrives on routine, and nothing reinforces healthy sleep like clockwork timing. Aim to hit the hay and rise at the same time daily. Yes, even on weekends when sleeping in feels oh so tempting. This regularity fine-tunes your circadian rhythm, so you naturally feel drowsy at bedtime and alert upon waking. If your current sleep pattern is erratic, say, bedtime fluctuates between 10 p.m. and 2 a.m., start by picking a realistic goal, like 11 p.m., and stick to it. Use alarms as bookends. One to remind you to start winding down, another to wake you up. Over a few weeks, your body will adapt, and you'll find yourself yawning right on cue each night. Consistency is the glue that holds good sleep habits together. Be mindful of evening eating and drinking. Your nighttime habits around food and drink can make or break your sleep quality. A heavy dinner, think greasy pizza or a loaded burger, can lead to indigestion or heartburn, keeping you awake as your stomach churns. Caffeine, coffee, tea, energy drinks, and alcohol are sleep's nemesis. Even a late afternoon latte or a nightcap can fragment your rest, leaving you groggy come morning. Skip sugary treats, too. They might give you a burst of energy when you're trying to wind down. If you're peckish, choose a small, sleep-promoting snack, a banana, its potassium aids relaxation, a handful of walnuts, rich in melatonin, or a warm mug of milk, a classic for a reason. Hydrate steadily during the day, but ease up after dinner to avoid midnight bathroom runs. These choices pave a smoother path to slumber. Move your body during the day. What you do in daylight hours sets the tone for your nights. Regular physical activity, whether it's a 30-minute walk around the neighborhood, a swim, or a dance session in your living room, boosts sleep quality by tiring your body and calming your mind. It also helps regulate your circadian rhythm, especially if you exercise outdoors in natural light. No need to overdo it. Even light gardening or a slow bike ride counts. Time it wisely. Finish vigorous workouts, like running or weightlifting, at least 3 hours before bed to avoid an adrenaline surge that keeps you buzzing. If you're less mobile, chair exercises or stretching can still signal to your body that rest is earned and welcome come nightfall. Seek support when necessary. If you've diligently tried these strategies and still find yourself staring at the ceiling night after night, don't despair. It's okay to ask for help. Persistent sleep struggles might stem from underlying issues like insomnia, sleep apnea, or side effects from medications, all of which a doctor can assess. Stress, anxiety, or even dietary imbalances could also play a role. A healthcare professional might suggest a sleep study, a tweak to your routine, or a tailored solution you hadn't considered. Reaching out isn't a sign of defeat. It's a proactive step toward reclaiming your rest and enhancing your life. With the right support, those elusive good nights can become your norm. If you are still watching this video and finding these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Thank you for your valuable time. Number 6. The benefits of breaking the daytime napping habit. Let's take a moment to envision how your life could shift dramatically if you decided to let go of the habit of napping during the day. Close your eyes and imagine waking up each morning with a sense of renewal coursing through your body. Refreshed, invigorated, and genuinely excited to embrace whatever the day has in store for you. Picture yourself moving through your afternoon hours with a steady stream of energy, your mind sharp and alert, free from that familiar fog of sluggishness that so often creeps in after a midday snooze. Then, as the sun sets and evening settles in, Imagine yourself climbing into bed, your head hitting the pillow, and effortlessly drifting into a deep, rejuvenating sleep that carries you peacefully through the night. Doesn't that sound like a dream worth chasing? The reality is that by consciously reducing or even eliminating excessive daytime napping, you can unlock a cascade of health benefits that ripple through every aspect of your existence, making your days feel brighter, more productive, and infinitely more rewarding. Let's start with one of the most profound advantages: the positive effect on your cardiovascular health. When you commit to a consistent sleep schedule, prioritizing high-quality rest at night rather than sporadic naps during the day, your body's internal clock, or circadian rhythm, remains beautifully synchronized. This harmony does wonders for your heart. It helps regulate your blood pressure, eases the strain on your cardiovascular system, and significantly lowers the risk of developing heart-related conditions, such as hypertension, heart disease, or even a heart attack. Think of it as granting your heart a well-earned break. It's tirelessly pumping away for you every second of every day. Doesn't it deserve the chance to recharge properly during a full night's sleep? Beyond the physical perks, breaking the daytime napping habit can work wonders for your mind, particularly when it comes to memory and mental clarity. When you stop leaning on naps to get through the day and instead focus on achieving restorative sleep at night, your brain gains the opportunity to cycle through those critical deep sleep phases it needs to process the day's events, consolidate information, and strengthen your memory. The result? You'll feel noticeably sharper, more focused, and better equipped to recall both the little details, like where you parked your car, and the bigger moments, like the punchline of a joke shared with friends. For older adults especially, this boost in cognitive function can be nothing short of life-changing. It supports your independence, keeps you mentally engaged in the activities you cherish, and empowers you to tackle daily challenges with confidence and ease. Then there's the remarkable lift in your energy levels and emotional well-being. Without the disruption of daytime naps throwing your sleep cycle off kilter, you'll find yourself feeling consistently awake and alert as you move through your day. This newfound vitality opens the door to all the things that light up your life. Perhaps tending to your garden with care, strolling through the park on a crisp afternoon, laughing and playing with your grandchildren, or simply losing yourself in the pages of a captivating novel. And because quality nighttime sleep has a direct link to improved mood, you'll likely notice a brighter outlook too. Less irritability, more patience, and a greater sense of calm and positivity washing over you. It's like the clouds parting to reveal a sunnier version of yourself. Let's not overlook the broader, more holistic improvement in your overall quality of life. When you're well rested, the world feels more manageable, more vibrant, and infinitely more enjoyable. Physically, your body feels stronger and more capable. Mentally, your thoughts are clearer, and your decisions are more decisive. Emotionally, you're better equipped to savor the small, fleeting moments that make life so precious, like the warmth of a shared smile or the quiet beauty of a sunrise. You might even discover a renewed zest for exploring new horizons, whether that's picking up a hobby you've always wanted to try, rekindling connections with old friends, or planning a trip to a destination that's long been on your bucket list. Sleep isn't just a necessity, it's a powerful catalyst that can transform not only your health but also your entire perspective on living. Now, breaking the habit of daytime napping might seem daunting at first, especially if it's been a comforting part of your routine for years. But here's the beauty of it. You don't have to overhaul everything overnight. Start small, with manageable adjustments that feel doable. Perhaps begin by limiting your naps to a brief 15 to 30 minutes, just enough to refresh without derailing your nighttime rest. Or swap out napping entirely for a gentle, calming activity. A few minutes of stretching to loosen your muscles, a chapter of a good book to quiet your mind, or some soothing music to ease you through the afternoon slump. Over time, these subtle shifts will add up, and you'll start to feel the difference, not just in how well you sleep, but in how fully you live. So why not take that first step today? By embracing this simple yet impactful change, you're gifting yourself a treasure trove of rewards. Better health, boundless energy, and a richer, more joyful life. You deserve to greet each morning feeling your absolute best, and it all begins with prioritizing a solid, uninterrupted night's sleep. Yes, changing long-standing sleep habits can feel like a mountain to climb, particularly if napping has been your go-to for decades. But here's the encouraging truth. It's never too late to take the reins and steer your sleep patterns towards something healthier, something that serves you better. Every tiny step you take is a victory, a move toward a more vibrant, energized, and fulfilling existence. Think of this as a personal investment, a chance to put yourself and your well-being first. By breaking free from the cycle of daytime napping, you're not just enhancing your sleep, you're showing your heart, your mind, and your body the love and care they've earned. Imagine the satisfaction of waking up each day with a clear head, a steady pulse of energy, and a quiet sense of purpose propelling you forward. That's the magic of committing to better sleep, and it's a gift that's yours for the taking, no matter your age or stage of life. One of the most inspiring aspects of this journey is how it touches every corner of your world. With improved sleep at night, you'll have the stamina to pour into the things that matter most. Quality time with loved ones, creative pursuits that spark your curiosity, or simply soaking in the peace of a slow, intentional morning. And the emotional uplift? It's profound. Restful sleep has a way of lightening your spirit, infusing you with optimism, and building resilience to weather life's ups and downs. It's as if each night resets your mind and body, arming you with the strength to face challenges and the warmth to connect deeply with the people and passions that fill your days. This isn't about chasing perfection. It's about embracing progress. Be kind to yourself as you go. Celebrate every milestone, no matter how small it feels, whether it's trimming your nap time by a few minutes, crafting a soothing bedtime ritual, or stepping outside for a dose of sunlight to keep your energy up. Maybe you'll experiment with staying active during the day or winding down with a cup of herbal tea in the evening. Whatever path you choose, trust that it's guiding you toward a healthier, happier you. You're not alone in this. Countless others, many over 60, have wrestled with similar sleep struggles and emerged triumphant, thriving in ways they never thought possible. Let their victories fuel your belief that change is within reach for you too. You have the resilience, the wisdom, and the determination to rewrite this part of your story, crafting a chapter where restful nights and energized days become your everyday reality. Every effort you pour into improving your sleep is a deposit into your future, a future brimming with vitality, joy, and possibility. You deserve to feel your best, to rise each morning with purpose pulsing through your veins, and to live the life you've worked so hard to create. The road to healthier sleep habits begins right now, and you're more than capable of walking it. Step by step, night by night, sweet dreams and radiant days are yours to claim. Well, there you have it. Everything you need to know about how daytime napping could be affecting your health after 60 and the simple steps you can take to sleep better and live brighter. So, what have you learned so far? I'd love to hear from you. Please comment below with one thing you've learned today that you'll bring into practice in your life. Maybe it's cutting back on naps or creating a calming bedtime routine. Your insights could inspire someone else too. If you like this video, please leave your comment below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more tips to make the most of your golden years. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.